Hi there. Welcome to Discussions with the Fascia Masters. My name is Deanna Hansen. I'm a certified athletic therapist and the founder of Fluid Isometrics and Block Therapy. I'm being joined by my nephew and my business partner on this block therapy journey, Quinn Castellane, and our two very special guests, Regan and Anne Marie. Now, I'm going to let them both go into what they're here to share with us, but Regan reached out to me a number of months back as an enthusiastic blocker who also wanted to share with me something very special that she's very passionate about. So welcome both of you. And Regan, if you want to dive in and share your story.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm so thrilled to be given this time with you, Deanna and Quinn, and also Anne Marie for joining. But I am a huge I'm just very inspired by your passion for what you do and the integrity with which you do it. So I just want to say from my heart to yours, thank you. It's made a difference for me. And that's why I wanted Anne Marie to join as well, because she also shares passion for helping people. And it's just such a breath of fresh air, sometimes in a world that doesn't seem to value some of the things that you stand for. So thank you for your integrity and your goodness. And Quinn as well, I always love seeing what you, your interpretation of things in the classes and everything like that. So I really appreciate the things that I learned from you as well. So just a great, big, heartfelt thank you. I hope you feel that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So enough of that. I'll pull myself together. I started this journey with block therapy in May, and at the same time, I was introduced to this other product line in health and wellness. And I had a variety of health concerns. I mean, I'm in my later 40s, and I was starting to think, is this really how life goes? Like, you just start to not be able to do exercise the way you want. And I mean, I ride horses, I like to climb mountains, and I am co-parenting a little boy that's 2, and I thought, gee, I can't be breaking down like this. I still have dreams and a life I want to live. And so I had found block therapy through my massage therapist, and then also Kiani was introduced to me by one of my someone who had bought a horse for me. And so I really started to look into both products and seeing how they could work together. And I just became so excited about how they could synergistically help me and others. And so that's why I reached out to you. And so I'm going to let Anne Marie kind of talk about the products, because she's more the expert on the products. I can just, and then I'll speak again to the things that I've noticed and how I've been able to blend the products with the block therapy. So I'll pass it over to you, Anne Marie.
Thanks, Regan, and thanks for inviting me on the call today. I look like I have a halo behind me, you guys. I apologize for the lighting.
All good.
I look like an angel, right?
Absolutely.
To the side.
Sounds like you are one.
No, not at all. I'm just, a regular person looking for like a better way, better lifestyle, if you will. It sounds like the three of you are very much in tune with that. I'm very sciencey. My background is all science related, but more on a natural side of things. I'm all about putting natural products in our body. And I firmly believe that we have the capacity, and maybe this is just my opinion, that if we do the right things and eat the right foods and we have the right mental attitude, that we can heal our bodies. And I know a lot of people suffer from pain and inflammation, and people say to me, oh, I just learned to live with it. Well, I don't believe in that. I think that we can take control, and without using pharmaceuticals as well. And so about a year ago, I had a lot of pain in my body. I don't mind sharing my age. I'm 59. And I was finding a lot of pain that I didn't have before. And I wasn't sleeping well. My energy level was going down. And I thought, what is going on? Because I've been always a very active person, and I've always eaten, very well. But things change in our bodies. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and she said, you've got to go onto a Facebook page called Wellness Simplified. And I said, why? And she said, because there are 96,000 people on that website, and there are thousands of testimonials about these products. And these products were all natural. based on whole foods. And so I thought, yeah, I'll look into this. I did my due diligence. I'm used to putting my science hat on and studying things. And I was really impressed with the caliber and the quality of these products. Not all products are the same. And some things that really impressed me about the products is something a stamp that they had, and it was called the GMP, or the goods manufacturing products. And I know that most products in the market don't get that stamp. What that means is that everything that is listed on the products are actually in the products, nothing more and nothing less. And most products never get that designation because there are fillers and things that we don't even know about. So I thought, you know what, these products look amazing. Then I did a little bit of background on the owners of the company. Beautiful owners. The company is privately owned by two families that are all about giving back. They're very philanthropic. They're very successful in other industries. And they are all about health. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try these products. And the benefits I felt almost immediately blew me away. I've never seen anything like it. Everything that I read on that Facebook page came to fruition for me, and I was able to rid the pain in my body. So I thought, I can get involved with this company and share this information with people. I don't sell things to people. I want people from the bottom of my heart to feel better. And I believe still to this day that we don't have to live in pain. So I'd like to go through the products really quickly. One thing I love also about the company is they don't have a whole catalog of products. They really focus on 5 products, and the caliber and the quality are top notch. So I'm going to talk about the 3 first products. They work synergistically together. We refer to them as the triangle of health. So we'll go through each one. This product is called Sunrise. You'll see that we have NPN numbers, meaning that they are federally approved to be ingested and sold in over 60 countries around the world. Now, you'll notice most of our products are in a liquid formula. This is on purpose because when you take liquid, almost 100% will be absorbed in your body, whereas when you're taking pills and powder, that's not always the case. Now, Sunrise is derived from the wild Alaskan blueberry, which is kind of cool. All our products, by the way, are non-GMO. And if you know anything about wild Alaskan blueberry, which I didn't know back a year ago, it has the highest antioxidant count of any fruit and vegetable on the market. So this provides us with over 10 vitamins that we should be taking every day, and over 70 minerals. And most of us know, I'm going to change that. All of us are mineral deficient, and it's just because of the environment, the grounds in which we grow our vegetables and fruits. It's not the same when you're eating fruits and vegetables. We should all be eating them, but we're not getting the minerals that we should be getting. So you get that in this product. Tastes yummy. This is something that you would take in the morning. You just rip off the top and sip it. And what this will provide you with is a little boost of energy in the morning, which is great. It also helps to metabolize fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. So, and it makes your body more efficient. Anybody that has stomach issues, I've suffered from those in the past. It's been fantastic for that because it's helping with the metabolism. And it really helps support a healthy immune system, which these days is so important. So that's our Sunrise. And again, you take it in the morning. Okay. The next product is something I take along with the Sunrise. This is a very unique product. It's called Nitro. Now, Nitro is derived from the noni fruit, and noni fruit is grown prolifically in the Polynesian countries. People just pick it off the trees and eat it. Now, what does noni fruit do? Well, it stimulates the production of nitric oxide in our bodies. And most people don't know what nitric oxide is. Well, nitric oxide is something that if we don't have it in our bodies, we can't live for more than 5 seconds. So it's pretty important. And it was discovered in 1992. And the the scientists that did discover it actually won a Nobel Prize in 1997. So really important. What it does is it opens up all the blood vessels to allow more blood and oxygen to flow through our body. So if you think of that, that's really important. If you're an athlete, it's tremendous. It gives you that extra edge, when you're working out for sure, if you have more oxygen flowing to your body. People that I know that are athletes often will drink beet juice for that reason too. It increases nitric oxide as well. So this is something that you would take in the morning, put 20 drops under your tongue, hold it there, and it works pretty immediately actually. So if I'm taking Sunrise, I'll be taking my nitro because I want to get all those vitamins and minerals into every cell in my body. So this is really a really interesting and important product. We've had people that suffer from a lot of migraines, for example, who have tried everything, can't get rid of their migraines. They take this and within minutes, their migraine goes away. So if you go onto the Facebook page, you'll see these things, you'll see the testimonials. I've been blown away, and we've been able to help a lot of people with that product. So that's what I take in the morning. Then in the evening, I would take my nitro again. And I also take it with a product called Sunset. Now, Sunset are your omega-3s. And this is actually an award-winning product for Kyanie. It comes from wild Alaskan salmon way up north, where you're not going to have a lot of heavy minerals in your product. Okay. And one thing I know, some people say they don't like taking omegas because, they're big pills. These are very small, and you get that, regurgitation, for lack of a better word. You don't get that here. It's lipid soluble, so it's long acting. So it's something I would take about an hour before I go to bed, and it gives you a very restful sleep. So if you're somebody like myself who doesn't sleep well, this is a beautiful product. It just gives you that rest that you need. It's great to enhance cognitive function, heart health, keeping your sugar or glycemic indexes level, cholesterol level. It also has beta carotene in it, which helps with eyesight. So all great things in all these products. Okay, so that's the triangle of health. We do have 2 other protein nutritionals, and I'm just going to quickly touch on those. This is our HL5 product. Healthy Living 5, it's actually a liquid collagen. Now, I've taken collagen for a long time because I know the benefits of collagen, but I was taking powdered collagen and I still had this pain in my body. Collagen is so important. By the time we're 40, half the collagen is gone in our body, and it's kind of the glue that keeps our bodies together. It keeps us limber. And it's like what oil does in a car, you need it. By the time you're 60, you hardly have any collagen left. So people need to be supplementing with a collagen, but I had never found a liquid one. My powder probably was being absorbed about 25%. The liquid is almost 100% absorbed. So I felt a huge difference. The pain in my body between taking the nitro, the Sunset, which is the omegas, and the collagen, the liquid collagen, my pain in my body was entirely gone within 30 days. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen for everybody. I've had some people have a benefit within their first few days. I've had other people, it takes a couple of months. It depends on how much damage you've done in your body over the long term. The other thing I love about this collagen is it has apple cider vinegar in it. And if anybody's tried to take apple cider vinegar, I know how good it is. So I used to always try to take it and hold my nose while doing so. It's in here, you don't taste it. This tastes like lemon lime. It also comes in berry flavored as well. It tastes like bubble gum. It's yummy. But what apple cider vinegar does is it heals our gut. And if you're looking into any kind of health, gut health is really, really important. And I think people are discovering that it's more and more important than ever today. So it heals that, it stimulates your metabolism, and it helps to burn fat. So if anybody's looking for a natural way to lose weight, this is a great product. It's not pills and potions and all those things. This is a natural, beneficial way. It actually, right on the package, it mentions that it's great for arthritis as well. So I've had a lot of people say that their pain from their arthritis is gone using that product. And finally, the last product is Fit 20. This is a hydrolyzed collagen protein. So you've got collagen in here as well. It's a whey protein. This is great for supporting lean, healthy muscle. A lot of fitness people love this product as well, but it's a great meal replacement as well. And I love putting this in a blender with some ice and some water or oat milk, and I'll put a bunch of veggies in there. It has a vanilla flavor. I should mention that all of our products, there's no additional sugars added. So if you're diabetic, you can take these products. It's not going to spike your glycemic index. With the Fit 20, it comes with stevia. So it sweetens it. So, it gives it a really nice flavor. So really, those are our products. I can tell you how much it's helped me. I don't feel like I'm selling these products to anybody. People that know me know that I was having some problems physically. They've seen me look better, feel better, have more energy. I was suffering from something called plantar fasciitis, which is very painful in your feet. And as a result, I was gaining weight and I was just miserable because I'm a runner walker. And about 30 days after taking these products, I was back to walking 10 kilometers a day, lost that bit of weight that I had gained, sleeping well, my energy level was up. And really, that's kind of what we're looking at with these products. And I couldn't be happier that somebody introduced these products to me. And I'm very, very grateful that I was able to share this with you guys today. So thank you very much.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Where's the company located?
In Utah.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah. So, but we are actually in 60 countries today. It's expanded all over the world. So people know about these products, and they are, They actually have 2 other products in the United States that we're just waiting for approval on in Canada. And one is another meal replacement, and the other one is a natural caffeine product, which is interesting, from the guarana seed. So it's not like Monster drinks or any of that terrible stuff at all. It actually comes from a seed, and it gives you that boost of energy. So that's going to be really great for anybody that is feeling sluggish halfway in their day. You just drink that, gives you that little energy. So we're waiting for those products as well.
I love that you have a community group. That's, our community group feeds my soul totally.
Yeah.
I feel real experience trumps research any day. And that's what the value of those groups are. It's real people sharing real results. So you've got over 96,000 people in that group. That's really impressive. So very, very excited to learn more about this. Thank you so much for sharing. Quinn, before we pass it over to Regan, do you have anything you want to add?
Well, I'm very intrigued by a couple of those that you mentioned for sure. The sunrise, the blueberry, the wild blueberry, Alaskan wild blueberry, because I take about 2 cups of wild blueberries a day, and I know the benefits of that. I follow, I do mention this on some other calls. Right now, I follow a lot of medical medium stuff, and he talks a lot about the wild blueberry, or like that's part of my heavy metal detox that I take because we're all exposed to heavy metals all day, pretty well every day, from many different sources. So I love that you have that powder, or not powder, that liquid that you can take every day, because I do know the benefits of the wild blueberry, and they're one of like the only fruit and or vegetables that have survived like every crisis that this world has been through. And the roots are so deep, they pull so many minerals from deep into the ground. So wild blueberry is probably one of the best, the very big claim, one of the best foods out there. So I highly support that. And then the nitric oxide, like a vasodilator, I used to take that a lot when I was bodybuilding, and the pumps were incredible, but that's from a bodybuilding mindset. But just looking at it from an athlete or just health in general, pulling in more oxygen to also help deliver the nutrients to the cells is very important. And yeah, like the food we eat nowadays is not loaded with minerals like it was 100 years ago, or who knows when exactly. But like from the soil to what's going on the planet right now, I wasn't big into supplementing, but then I realized that we do need to do some supplementing now because of the food. Like it's just not that great. So I eat as healthy as I can, but I'm still taking very specific supplements that are from a company. I like how you mentioned there's no added fillers. There's nothing in there, because people don't realize that. People think they're getting some of the best supplements on the market, but they're loaded with stuff that can actually do the opposite of what that supplement's supposed to be doing. So that's very, what was that, that stamp they have on the bottle or on the packaging?
It's called the GMP.
GMP. Okay. Do you know what that stands for?
Yeah,
Just
good.
curious.
Yeah, goods manufacturing. I think it's products.
Right.
Something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, but it's goods
That's
manufacturing
really cool.
products. Yeah.
Because I look for any, like I follow brands that are very similar to that. So that's really cool, really interesting. Really happy and glad that you shared that, because it seems like it's very rare to get that nowadays. So I can't take a fish oil. I'm allergic to fish, unfortunately. So that would end me pretty quick, but that's really cool. Thank you very much for sharing. I love hearing a lot about like nutrition supplements and how we can just combine a boatload of modalities just to make us the healthiest versions of ourselves. So thank you very much.
I also love that it's just 5. Sometimes I look at things and you're overwhelmed because there's like 30 things and it's like, well, I don't know where to start, but I really like the simplicity of that. And I'm not good at pills. So liquids are always definitely more my thing that I can kind of commit to. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing. I'm excited I'm definitely going to dive in and try some of the stuff. So Regan, I'd love to hear your combination experience of blocking in these wonderful products.
Oh, I'm excited. Well, when I started learning about, just you teach so much when we're going through the classes, like about what's happening at a cellular level, and okay, you're over the liver here, and I love all that. I'm a speech pathologist, so I have a bit of anatomy background, but I've always, my friends that I've worked with, they call me a closet physio because I'm always like, but the body, how does it all work together? And so I love the learning that you provide as we're going through the classes. And so just as I was like, okay, I'm a busy person, right? I'm a speech pathologist. I wear a lot of hats. I raise and train horses, which is like ridiculous amount of time and money and energy. And then I have my little guy. And so I need things that are synergistic or at least not too complicated. And so when I was thinking about when I found these products, and then I'm listening to you and doing some of the block classes, and I'm like, okay, so we need to get things to the cellular level to detox those cells, because that's where the disease is. That's where the illness is at the cellular level. And that's when they're upset and they can't do their job because they're not being supported. Okay, well, how do you get things to the cellular level? Okay, well, how about increased blood and oxygen flow through nitric oxide? Well, that seems like a really good idea that's going to enhance block therapy practice. So I always take my nitric oxide before I do a block therapy. And so then I feel like I'm getting that enhancement of, and when I'm breathing, I'm really thinking, and you do lots of good things with visualization, but I also know that I've actually taken something that's going to promote that. And then the sunrise is, all like Quinn talked about those, things that the wild Alaskan blueberries and that really help detoxify. And a lot of the things that you teach also are about detoxification and getting things to the cell and then removing it. And so then I've got things like that are supporting that whole process through something simple. And again, I've done lots of health things in my fertility quest, and many have not been simple, I'll tell you that. And hard to sustain. Like, okay, I can do this, but it's like I'm almost gagging, 3 times a day, trying to take the things from, a really good Chinese herbologist and things like that, or this has to be taken on an empty stomach, like things that are just so complicated. And so you try really hard, but it's hard to sustain over time. And something I have really appreciated about these products is that it's sustainable. I don't have to like hold my nose ever, or like, okay, really grit my teeth. I mean, like I said, I'm here in Mexico, and I brought my products all with me. I don't have any Sunrise left. They made it on the plane, but I only have my HL5, but it's easy for me to take while I'm living a real life. And in a busy life, I've been able to sustain it. And then traveling, I've been able to sustain it. So that to me wins big points, because it's not easy to keep a healthy lifestyle. And you all know it, because I'm sure you've all done similar things where you're like, oh yeah, this seems like I can do it. And then like 3 weeks later, you're like, okay, I can't balance all these balls. So I've really appreciated that. But some of the learning, I take notes also when I'm doing some of your blocks. And one of the things that I really like, the key for healing, want to make sure we are oxygenating the blood as well as possible, so we can send all of those healing nutrients into the cells. And that is something I've really appreciated about the blending, or the synergistic approach of using these products and doing your work. I love also the toxin removal. It cleans our systems. It increases our heart and lung capacity. And dense tissue is cold and needs to get blood and oxygen to it. Some of those things, and that helps when we are having that nitric oxide. It's getting to that cold, dense tissue where you talk about. That's where the pain is. That's where you have to breathe life back into them. And so some of those things I think have been really positive. And I also noticed a decrease in anxiety. And I know you have some anxiety protocols, Deanna. And I've done some of that work through the Women's Health one, that 20-day program. But I really like that idea that when we're feeding and cleaning our cells, that's the key to all of our systems working properly, as well as keeping our cells in a relaxed, detoxified state. It also helps keep our nervous system calm. When cells can't do their job, they feel anxious and stressed. And I definitely felt, when I started using Kiani, I definitely felt a reduction in anxiety. And maybe it's also from the fish oil, things like that, the omegas. But I definitely felt a reduction in stress. And I just thought it was really interesting also that when you're feeding your cells, it's these little parts of us that are stressed that need to be considered, and then they can do their job. And I really have felt that with all of God's creation, that God created things so that they would do their job. And we just need to give grass a little bit of water, and it will, I live in Southern Alberta. And so, you think this grass is never going to grow again at the end of the summer. Boom, you get a bit of rain. All of a sudden, are you serious? It grows again after you think that it will never grow again. But everything God created in our bodies are the same, that they want to do the good thing. They just need a little bit of encouragement. And so some of these things that you've taught me, Deanna, and then that I've learned from Anne-Marie and been able to experience in my own life, have definitely helped that process of just seeing the good that can come out of nature and our bodies, and giving our bodies just a little bit of love and encouragement in this world that, seems almost hell-bent on destruction at sometimes. And like Quinn says, the things that we need to supplement our bodies because we're not getting that. So that's been my experience.
And it sure doesn't take much. I love that too, because in Winnipeg here, we had, I think, our hottest, driest summer that I can ever remember. And I was looking out and everything looked totally burnt. It was like middle of August, like the grass was not green. It was kind of scary. And we had like 2 days of rain and suddenly it was green. And I'm like, nature is fantastic. Like how quickly we can get back to health and healing. It's so lovely. So I'm all for, I've always said block therapy is a complement to everything, because whatever we're putting into our body, it's only going to help the delivery of the wonderful nutrients. So I just love you reached out and you're sharing this, because I love the simplicity. I love that there's only 5. I love that they're liquid. It seems like it seems like something that I could absolutely wrap my head around, because I'm not a good supplement taker myself. Like I have my celery juice every morning and I'm more around foods, but as we all know, as you've mentioned, like the foods just aren't cutting it anymore because of the farming practices and all the other issues that we're having to deal with. So this is fantastic. I really appreciate both of you coming on and sharing your wisdom and your insights. And we definitely want to share this with all of our community so people can make that choice if they decide to jump in. Quinn, do you have anything else you'd like to share here?
Nothing really in particular. It's just, I agree. We can heal very fast. That's part of who we are and how we're built. It's just knowing the simplistic approaches to actually do that, because people try to make it way too complicated. So when it comes to fascia decompression and proper breathing through the diaphragm, that's a miracle worker in itself. Taking the right nutrients for us at the right time of day or whenever, it's simple, but people have made things way too complicated. So bringing back the simplicity, getting back to our roots, pun intended, with the blueberries, then we're on a really good path, and our body is meant to detoxify. It's meant to stay young. It's not meant to age at a rapid pace. It's just the world's in an interesting place, and the food that we ingest and the things that are recommended aren't necessarily good for us. So that's why it's really cool that we can communicate this with each other and share these approaches, because yes, this is a complement to other modalities. We don't ever say like, oh no, you can only do block therapy and nothing else. No, the whole point is that you can do what works well for you and add this in as a complement, because it's only going to help. Stimulating flow is only going to help. So exactly what you mentioned, I don't want to be too redundant, but yeah, when you're taking the right food and nutrients, if you're blocked and you're compressed, it's going to be hard to deliver the nutrients to the cells. So that's why you have to release the fascia, open up the gates of flow throughout all of our systems, our organs, or glands, to effectively deliver the nutrients, but also to clean the cells out. So we need to feed, repair, clean. So that's a really wonderful cycle that we need to constantly be doing. And that's why we do this as a daily practice. You could take the sunrise, the sunset, the different supplements as a daily practice. You do block therapy as a daily practice. And that's how you're going to stay young. That's how you're going to stay healthy and prevent disease, because we need to detoxify and we need to give our nutrients oxygen and the other essential nutrients that our body requires to thrive. So I think it's a really cool complement, both of these two coming together. I really want to give the sunrise and the nitric oxide a try. That's going to be really cool. So yeah, however we can get set up, we'll talk after, but that's super cool. So yeah, that's all I really have.
I also wanted to say about the collagen, because all the fascia stuff, I mean, I had known about fascia before, but Deanna, obviously, I mean, I am not going to tell you anything you don't know, but just the collagen and the repair helping with something, because we're all I mean, every part of our body is fascia, like you say, all around the cells. And so as we're, trying to get that fascia to move again, then feeding it collagen, well, then it's going to be more elastic, right? Because that's the elastic part of it. And so it's adding that extra lube to the system. As you're cleaning it and repairing it, you're also adding it that extra lube. So that was another part that, as I learned about these products and learned, from you guys, that I was like, whoa, this really does work together, because the fascia needs the collagen to support it and be healthy. And again, it's easy to take. I have friends, I was out hiking with them. She's like, oh yeah, I bought this collagen, but it's a powder and I can't, you do it for a few days and I'm like, exactly, that's my point. It's fine. It looks good on the shelf. You think I'm going to go home, I'm going to do this. And a few days in, you're like, it's kind of gloopy and I can't swallow it and I'm done. You just won't do it. And so then it's not, what's the value? You're not getting it into your body. It's not even being absorbed, even if it goes into your body. And so again, all the products to me have been like targeted and they'll do what they say they're going to do. And I can just add my experience with Anne-Marie that everything that I wrote down on the list of things that were bothering me in my body that I wanted to be different, every single one of them checked off. And I think that's remarkable.
That's amazing.
With ease, you know what I mean? Like, of course there's effort. I don't mean that there's no effort involved, but it's ease, meaning it's not like you're having to beat yourself over the head to do it. Same with block therapy. It's, yeah, you have to make the time for it, but you can do it. It's within your range. It's not something that's unattainable. And so just excited to have you guys try it, because I really, really thought, because I feel like I know you. I mean, I'm married to a hockey player, so I'm like, Quinn, I get you. I mean, I get you. You're like, oh yeah, that's sore. And when I have Dan do some of the things, I'm like, oh yeah, Quinn said, because if you play hockey, you'll feel this. And Dan will, oh yeah, I totally do. So
definitely, that's really awesome.
Yeah, and Diana, I'm an athlete. I played volleyball, but mostly basketball. But you know, when you give those experiences from using your body in certain repetitive ways, I just thought, some of these things might even aid you guys on your journey as well. And I've been so benefited from you that I just also wanted to share something that had benefited me. So I'm so grateful that you just took the time and that you're open. I love that about you, that you're just open to truth wherever it comes. You're not stuck into a certain mindset or a certain ideology, and that's just really refreshing. So just thank you.
Thank you so much. I think both Quinn and I very much own that. Yeah, we have a long way to go for our own health still. So, but that's the part that, just excites me so much. It's that, I only want to get younger and healthier as I get older. I don't want to, just be, plateauing or allowing some kind of degeneration. It's like, no, like we're living in an unprecedented time where anything is possible. I mean, look at what we're dealing with right now. Anything is possible. So on the flip side, anything is possible for the better. And I really do believe we have the potential to live way beyond what we believe is a normal range for a healthy life, and that we can thrive doing it in how we function, how we move, how we look, all of it. It's all part of it. Right. So I'm going to commit to this. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it a go. I've done that before in past, and I haven't stuck to it just because of the delivery of it, whether it's a pill or a powder. I'm not great. They just don't resonate with me. So I'm in. I'm going to try
it. Super excited. I'm very excited.
Love it. Yeah, no, I'm in as well. Dee and I will hold each other accountable.
And I'll take your extra fish ones, Quinn, so you don't have to worry.
There you go. Beautiful. Perfect.
So we're going to be putting all of the information below this video so people can find how to purchase these and give them a try.
Yeah, absolutely. So everything's going to be below in the description on our YouTube. And if you want to learn more about this, which I think is something that you definitely should, check it out. We're going to be giving it a try. We'll keep you all updated on how it's affecting us. And we're really excited. So thank you very much for joining, listening in, and make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video if you resonated with this and you want to give us a try. And any comments that you have, leave them below and we'll be sure to reply, answer, and just keep supporting everyone in the community. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us. And for all of you listening, thank you for taking the time. Have a wonderful day.